The sun was beginning to set, casting a golden glow through the curtains of their cozy living room. The day had been long and exhausting. Work pressures and personal frustrations had taken their toll on Jungkook's patience. The weight of his emotions overflowed, and in a moment of anger, he had shouted at his spouse, Vian. As the harsh words rang in the air, regret flooded Jungkook's heart. He crumbled under the weight of his actions, realizing the pain he had caused. A heavy silence enveloped the room, shrouding every corner with remorse. In the midst of this emotional turmoil, a soft knock reverberated on the door. Jungkook's heart skipped a beat as the 5-year-old daughter, Jiwoo, peeked in, her tangled with concern and innocence. Daddy, are you okay? Jiwoo's small voice quivered, her eyes brimming with genuine concern. I don't like it when you and mommy are sad. Can I help? Jungkook's heart ached at the sight of his daughter's concern. How can he let his actions affect her deeply? He knelt down and engulfed Jiwoo in an embrace, cherishing her presence and bracing himself for the difficult task of explaining his behavior. With Jiwoo still in his arms, Jungkook guided her to the living room where soft notes from the piano lingered in the air. It was a shared passion between him and Vine, a way to express their emotions when words fell short. Jiwoo's eyes sparkled with curiosity as Jungkook settled onto the seat before the piano. Daddy, can we play a song together? Maybe it will make everything feel better. Jiwoo suggested, her tiny fingers brushing the keys. Jungkook didn't want to refuse his daughter's request. The piano served as a refuge for him, an outlet for his emotions. He placed his fingers on the keys, the notes cascading like a gentle rain. Jiwoo joined in, her notes intertwining with his, creating a delicate harmony of innocence and forgiveness. As the music filled the room, its healing melody washed over Jungkook and Jiwoo like a balm to their wounded hearts. The tension began to lift, replaced by a newfound sense of hope. They played their music, bringing the gap between them and Vine, inviting her into their shared rhythm. With Jiwoo's hand tightly holding Jungkook's, they approached the bedroom where Vine sought solace after their heated exchange. Jungkook's apprehension grew with every step, his heart pounding in his chest. He knew that an apology was only the first step in repairing the damage caused by his thoughtless words. Mommy, Daddy, and I have something to tell you, Jiwoo said in a gentle voice, her eyes earnestly fixed on Vine. Vine, I'm so sorry for what I said earlier. I knew I let my anger consume me. I love you more than anything, and I cannot bear to see you sad because of my actions. Jungkook's voice trembled with sincerity as he held Vine's gaze. Vine's eyes flickered with a mixture of sadness and vulnerability. Jungkook's word had touched a tender part of her heart, but the pain of their argument still lingered. The weight of their relationship rested on this moment, teetering between healing and shattering forever. Jiwoo sensed the fragility of the situation, tugged down her father's sleeve. Daddy, remember the song? Let's play it for mommy. Jungkook understood his daughter's wisdom. He reached for Jiwoo's hand and nodded, silently acknowledging the importance of their shared melody. As Jungkook positioned himself at the piano, Jiwoo stood beside him, her tiny hands resting on the keys. Together, they started to play a gentle tune, the notes intertwining like whispers of forgiveness and love. Vine listened, her heart cracking open, allowing the healing melodies to seep inside. Jungkook couldn't bring himself to look away from Vine. His eyes filled with remorse and desperation. He played with every fiber of his being, pouring his emotion into each note. Jivu's voice joined in, her innocent melody complementing her father's like an embrace. As the harmonies filled the room, tears streamed down Vian's cheek, a mixture of sorrow and hope emanating from her gaze. She let the music wrap around her wounded heart, mending the fractures and breathing back life into their love. The last note of the song hung in the air, the final remnants of melody fading away into a tender silence. Vian sat in her tear streaked solitude, her heart in a battleground of emotions. Every fiber of her being yearned for healing, for resolution. Jivu, sensing the magnitude of this moment, looked up at Vian, her eyes filled with an innocent hope. Mommy, Daddy and I love you so much, she whispered softly, her voice carrying the weight of 1,000 unspoken apologies. A profound silence enveloped the room as she contemplated his apology, the melody that had awakened her wounded heart, and the love they had forged together. Finally, in a voice softened by pain but laced with forgiveness, Vian spoke. Jungkook, the words we said cut deep, but I see remorse in your eyes. I choose to forgive you, not just for Jivu's, but for our own. Jungkook's eyes welled up with unshed tears of relief, gratitude, and a renewed sense of commitment. He reached out for Vian's hand, intertwining their fingers. Thank you, Vian, for granting me a second chance. Jungkook whispered, his voice filled with a newfound conviction. I promise to be more mindful of my words, to cherish you as the love of my life, and to honor the beautiful family we have. As the fingertips touched, a spark of hope ignited within Vian's heart. The path of healing to just begin, but in that moment they both knew that their love was stronger than any obstacle they faced. Jivu's innocent eyes widened with a mixture of relief, joy, and a touch of wonder as she witnessed her parents' reconciliation. The weight that had been pressing upon her young heart was lifted, replaced by a newfound hope and a infectious smile. Daddy, Mommy, are you finally back together? Jivu asked in a giddy giggle, unable to contain her excitement. Yes, sweetheart, Vian said. Your daddy and I have forgiven each other, and we want to rebuild our relationship and make our family stronger than ever. I am so happy our family is back together, Jivu exclaimed, beaming with a sense of relief. Now we can go on adventures and make more beautiful memories together. As they embraced as a trio, huddled in a tight circle of warmth and forgiveness, a united promise formed to cherish each other, communicate openly, and strive to create a harmonious balance that will ensure their happiness.